Hello, everybody, and welcome to Row 60, a Georgia football podcast. My name is Clark Gaines. Joining me today, as always, Adam Thornton.
Yes, sir, baby.
And this is show number 31. Boom! How are you feeling in this very moment?
I'm feeling ready to run through that wall right there, Clark. So I'm feeling this very moment. This is my favorite week of the year, man. Feels like Christmas Eve this whole week. Football back. College football, Georgia football in particular, Clark. Ever since I was little, I've loved this week. I've gotten just overly hyped about this week. You could ask my wife. I've just been running through the house, getting fired up, just randomly just screaming, even with our newborn infant in the house, just getting jacked, man. Just really wanting to bring the momentum.
Sure.
And really wanting to bring just the attitude, man, into just everybody that we got to focus. This is it. September is upon us.
Yep.
September is upon us, and what September is upon us means that Georgia football is upon us, baby. Yes. And all's right with the world. The earth tilts the exact right
Position? Yeah.
Axis.
On its axis.
Yeah, on its axis, the right way where the good Lord intended it to be tilted at.
Yes.
And it's time to go. And it's time to let it freaking rip.
Yes.
Woo! Let it rip.
Oh, I can't wait. Woo! Adam, college football is back. Listen, the other day I was watching Austin Peay and Western Kentucky.
Oh, yeah.
And you got to love the Hilltopper mascot.
You do, man. Big Red, I think that's his name.
Yes.
You know, he looks like a Pac-Man, like a red Pac-Man.
Yeah.
He can swallow, you know, he just a good mascot. I think he's made a couple top mascot lists. But anyway, proceed. Tell me about your watching experience of the
Adam, I got to be honest with you.
Clark.
I got to be honest with you. I shed a tear.
Did you?
Because college football was back. I couldn't believe I actually shed a tear.
I tell you, that feeling of watching live football, because you've been watching replays. You've been watching like the ESPNU Top 25. You've been watching the just the random games that are out there. The Outback Bowl of Arkansas versus Penn State.
Yes.
You know, Kentucky versus Iowa in the Capital One Bowl. And, of course, all the Georgia games that were great. But, I mean, you've got to the point where that's when desperation hits in. That you're like, we need live college football,
That's when
baby.
you know.
So when you get to week zero and you get to watch live college football like we did this past Saturday, it's just an appetizer, man. It's just like, it just makes you crave coming back for more, man. It's like a drug that you can't get enough of. You just got to get another hit of it, man. That's what college football does to you. Bam.
Bam.
Love it.
Oh, man. All right, Adam, on this episode, we got a lot to cover.
That we do.
First off is several announcements. We got a bunch.
Right.
Then we're going to talk about the history of the Georgia-Oregon game. There's not much history, but we're going to get into that a little bit.
All right.
We'll talk about the game itself, Georgia's offense and defense, Oregon's offense and defense, the keys to the game, and then the first play from offensive scrimmage.
A tradition like none other, Clark, on this show is. And we've done this for a long time. Even before we had this show, was me and you would talk about and guess what is going to be the first offensive play from scrimmage. You know, who's going to get the ball? What's it going to be? So we're going to continue the tradition of calling the first offensive play from scrimmage.
And we're going to talk about last week's pick'em, Adam. Ooh, it was atrocious.
I didn't realize Hawaii had a line of scrimmage on both sides of the football that was an equivalent to a Georgia high school 2A school.
Yeah.
And a stadium for that fact, too. But anyway, we'll talk about that.
And then this week, we've got a great slate of games. Other than Georgia-Oregon, there are a lot of good football games that are going to be played.
Good.
And we're going to make some picks. And this year, Adam, to keep it kind of competitive and to keep it interesting, we're going to keep a record of what we actually pick.
I love that, Clark. Yeah. That is good. I mean, we're all about some competition and getting get the juices flowing even more. And that's something you could bring to the table that's going to allow us to do that. So, man, I like it. I like it.
And then last, but certainly not least, our game of the week is back,
man, and you got a good one, don't you?
Yes,
Clark?
we got
I cannot wait to hear about that, man. Exciting spotlighting these communities and just some big-time, life-changing games, might I say, that's going on that we showcased last year. We might take it up a notch and get deeper into our game of the week feature.
I like it. I love it, Adam.
I like it.
And last but I just said this, but last but not least, we're going to do a Georgia versus Oregon. We're going to give you a score prediction.
The reason why we're all here.
Yeah.
The reason why we're all here.
Exactly. Yeah. So all that and I'm sure a lot more coming on this episode. So let's start off with this, Adam. We've got a call-in show this Friday night.
Boom, baby.
It's Friday night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And the reason I mentioned a time zone, Adam, is because we have a bunch of people calling from different time zones.
That we do, Clark. And I'm excited to hear from everybody. One of my favorite nights was being in that Holiday Inn in Scottsburg, Indiana, the night before the national championship game and hearing from so many people. A lot of people that I've never met, but even though we haven't met, you're still a friend of ours. And some that I hope we can replicate again and kind of bring that same energy. And we just want to hear what everybody's plans are. Like, you're going to be on the Dove Field listening to the radio. You got a big cookout, or are you going to be in Atlanta? We want to hear what makes you click and how you like watching the dogs, man, and what your friends and family's going to do, because that's what this podcast is all about, like we've said before. So please call us. Let us know what you think about the games. Talk some X's and O's, man. This is it's going to be y'all's time to shine, and we can't wait to hear about it.
Yes, sir. That will be on Facebook Live or YouTube. You can find us either one of those places. So give us a call. Our new number is 706-389-5486.
Give it to them again, Clark, one more time.
706-389-5486. I sound like a telemarketer.
Yeah, that was good. That was good. When it drove home the point, they remembered it. You hit them with that second time, they're going to remember it. That's going to get in the brain and still in the head right there. All right, buddy.
They need us on speed dial, Adam.
Dang right they do.
They do. Next item of on the agenda.
What's the next bullet point on
the next bullet point, if you will, is our voice memos. We're going to start this. We tried this with voicemails. Didn't quite work the way we wanted it to. But if you'd like to send us a voice memo and be on our podcast, you can email us at you can email to rose60@gmail.com. If you need help doing that, just send us a DM. We'd love to help you. We'll figure it out.
Yeah, Clark will get you set up, man. Clark, we appreciate you setting this up. The voicemail didn't work up, but we pivoted. Yes. We did not fold like a cheap tent in the face of adversity. We just pivoted to what would be next, and that would be the voice memo. We gave a tutorial of how people who, like me, who do not know where a voice memo is, can get that set up. So, but like Clark said, DM the page, man. We'll get you set up. We would really like for that to be a part of our shows going forward, is to hear from y'all on the voice memo. So.
And then also something else we're doing new this year, we're having a Yahoo College Pick'em.
Yeah.
And Adam, you're picking, I'm picking. We've got several other people in the Rose 60 family, if you will, competing in this. So each week we're going to be picking the top 25 games, all the SEC games, and the winner of this pick'em at the end of the year, whoever has the most points, will be invited to be a guest on our show, Adam.
Nice. I love it, man. That's going to be exciting. Cannot wait to see who that will be. It'll be good conversation. It'll be great. You know what I love about the college football pick'em?
What's that?
What I love about the college football pick'em, man, is you're already going to watch the football. You're going to love those Saturdays, but it makes it just a little bit more exciting. When you turn on that TV and you're watching Mel Tucker's Michigan State Spartans go to College Park, Maryland, and play Mike Loxley's Fighting Maryland Terrapins, man, you got some incentive on who you want to win that football game, Clark. So, I mean, that's what makes it special.
Yes.
That's what makes the college football pick'em special.
Yes. Now, next year we may place for some money, Adam.
Oh, yeah. We're going to wrap it on up. We're going to give it a little test run this year. Kind of wet our feet, so to speak, a little bit in there, and just see what we can come up with. But yes, sir.
Second, third place winners will also get a T-shirt, a hat, and a sticker from Rose 60.
Nice.
So a little gift package, if you will.
Love that.
And then last but not least, Adam, I wanted to make mention of this. I'm wearing my Peach State Pride polo.
Yes.
And the reason I'm wearing it is because this time last year before the Clemson game, I wore this. I wore this exact polo. I've washed it since then. And I love this thing because I take this on the road with me. It's very versatile.
It is.
Okay. I can wear this on the golf course. I don't go golfing much. I can wear it to Sunday afternoon church service.
That's right.
I can take it to game day. You know, it's just very versatile.
You can, especially what I love about the dry fit material. This is perfect for early season games.
Yes.
Clark. And like you said, you look classy in it too, but it's nice, cool. I love it. I love mine. Clark, I had the same thought. Like I wore mine too the week before the game, and I needed to get it, but I wore it to an event a couple days ago and forgot to wash it. And I was pulling it out of the dirty clothes to wear it. And then my wife put a stop.
That's probably a good thing.
Put a stop on it, so I didn't. But great T-shirts, Peach State Pride, great hats, great fitting hats. If you notice, I wear one every week. I like it. I like the ones with the patch on it. They've got some new ones. It's got Georgia and cursive on it. I think it's the same design as this with the black patch with Georgia and cursive and the peach. Go check it out at peachstatepride.com. If you have, like us, have pride in the state of Georgia, not only for Georgia football, but just in the state in general, your region in the state in general, you can find something for that to represent that, man. Go support them, baby. Boom. I love it.
Absolutely, Adam. And one more thing we want to mention is If you go to PeachStatePride.com, you get a 13% off discount. Can you guess why it's 13%, Adam?
Maybe a certain person under center in Athens?
That's right.
Yeah.
A little ode to Stetson Bennett, if you will.
Like that.
Use code ROSE60 to go to Peach State Pride and get 13% off your next order. That offer will be available until Monday, this upcoming Monday, September 5th, Labor Day, and it will end at midnight. So go get your order. Go get your beautiful Peach State Pride polo.
Hey, man, I mean, if you're going to start looking for some early Christmas gifts, like I said, or either just football, fall gifts, fall wardrobe, man, this is a head start on it right here. And you have the opportunity to get something off in a place like Peach State Pride, man. That's exciting. So take advantage of it. Go check them out. We'll have a link in the video show notes to get the website.
Yes. So. All right. Let's move on to the big one, Adam.
This is it.
Georgia versus Oregon. Adam?
This is what we've been waiting on.
Yes. This is the second meeting that Georgia and Oregon have met.
Okay.
Georgia won the first game in 1977, 27-16.
Yeah.
I guess I was under. Was that under?
That was under Vince Dooley. Yeah. I think it was an opener too, Clark. I think it was the same thing. It was an opener. I think Georgia was not that good. Don't quote me on that, but I think they were under 500 that year.
Oh, wow.
I think that was a little bit of a dark. There was a kind of a dark age right there between the late 60s before 1980 in Georgia football. I think it might have been like 5 and 6. But fun fact: Rich Brooks, Clark, who used to coach at Kentucky during the mid 2007 range, was the head coach of Oregon then.
Oh, okay. Wow.
So, yeah.
Interesting.
I mean, kind of an interesting fact. But I heard that at some point a while back that he was there, and I was like, that can't be the same Rich Brooks. But it was. Turned out it was. So that's interesting. Not too much history with old Ducks, is it?
Yeah, not much. This is certainly I'll say this, Adam. It's a fun way to kick off the season. I get tired of the Georgia Sanfords or the Georgia, Louisiana Monroes, that kind of game.
Yeah.
I love these big matchups, especially with a team like a team in the Pac-12. We don't really play the Pac-12 that much. So this is an exciting matchup. Georgia right now is currently on an 8-game win streak in season openers.
Awesome.
Adam, a little trivia. I'm sure you know this for our fans, though. When was the last time Georgia got beat in the season opener?
Unfortunately, I remember it all too well, Clark. 2013 at Death Valley against Clemson.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about that anymore.
Hey, but since then, played them twice in season openers and beat them to revenge that. So,
that's true.
Whatever, but yeah, that's a good streak, man. That's exciting. I really like you said, Clark, I enjoy playing these high-end games to open it up at a neutral site or at home or on the road. It just gets you jacked. You're even more excited about football when you know you're going to see what your team's made of and tested week 1 like that. And looking at the future schedule, man, there's a lot of them to come that we're going to see in some of these neutral site games or either big-time road games against blue blood opponents on there. Like if the Oklahoma game stays next year, we'll see. So exciting times, man. Exciting times. So yes.
Yeah. Oregon is currently on a 2-game win streak in season openers. When was the last one? When did they last get beaten in a season opener? Do you remember?
I want to say they were in the Kickoff Classic. Was it the Kickoff Classic in Dallas?
Yeah.
A freshman Bo Nix?
Yes, it was.
Yeah.
Think about that. That's come full circle, really.
That is true. It has come full circle, but I remember we were at Vanderbilt. We opened up the season in Nashville. It was a fun road game right there, too. So, and I remember watching that game, getting out of that Georgia Vanderbilt game, watching it. So, interesting.
Yeah, people are already making comparisons to Bo Nix with to Tim Tebow. God. Oh boy. Okay, speaking of Bo Nix, let's talk about Oregon's offense a little bit.
Talk about him, Clark.
And we don't know too much about this new system under Dan Lanning. He's keeping a lot of things under the wraps. Doesn't want Kirby to know a whole lot about what's going on. And we talked about this last year with Kirby and Dabo. And kind of the
gamesmanship.
Yes.
Yes.
So it's going to be interesting to see who he actually trots out there. I think most people's money is on Bo Nix. Adam, what do you think?
Yeah, I agree, and I like you said with the gamesmanship part, Clark. Like Brian Kelly mentioned in his press conference today, it's a tactical advantage not naming the starter. But it will be Bo Nix, I think, from I guess kind of the experiences he has and what it sounds like he's going to be going in there, and the relationship with the offensive coordinator that he's had previously. I expect to see him. I expect to see a Bo Nix who is hyped up, ready to go. Oregon team that's going to be ready to go. Oregon team that has heard they don't have any chance, Clark. So, and it's a good football team. Yeah. I mean, we talked about it before, but they are a good football team. They've been a good football team for many years. The best team on the West Coast for over a decade now. Yeah. I feel like that's definitely safe to say. So I like it. It's going to be a good test. I think they're going to be more physical than what we think. Yeah, than what the normal person thinks. But.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure, and it's going to take a while for Dan Lanning to build this culture of physicality and, some of the buzzwords that Kirby's used in the past years. But I tell you, it would not shock me if this team comes out and pops us in the mouth. And I know that sounds crazy, but will they have the horses to fight with us for 4 quarters? Right. I don't know.
I don't think that the depth is not there, but we alluded to it in an earlier show that Mario Cristobal is a guy who now the Miami head coach who was at Oregon for a few years, kind of established that culture. He was on the Saban coaching tree as well, of a little bit of physicality like you see in the SEC. Lost some great guys. Kayvon Thibodeau, one who was on the defensive side of the ball, one of the best defensive players in the nation last year. And, of course, with Dan Lanning, he's going to instill a certain attitude that is similar, and I would almost guarantee you would be a mirror image to what you see in Athens and what you've seen in Tuscaloosa. And I expect him to have a great career there. And, it's going to be I think, like you said, Clark, they're going to come out and punch us in the mouth. You best believe there is some scripted plays now that Lanning, who knows that defense better than anybody, is going to have to try to highlight some weaknesses. But what's it going to be like with Dan Lanning, that coaching staff, when the script's done, when the script runs out? And you're going to have to kind of reach in and depth starts taking over, Clark. That's what we're going to find out.
Yeah. Well, Bo Nix, once again, we expect him to start. He's 0-3 against Georgia. And when he played at Auburn, my gosh, I mean, he threw almost a combined, I think if my math's right, almost 120 passes in those 3 games. 120. Wow. I mean, that's crazy. You're almost averaging 40 passes a game. And I don't know if they'll use them quite like they did at Auburn, but he's still tough to bring down. And we've got to do a really good job of containing Bo Nix, especially now that we've lost some of these guys on the defense. We got to contain him. We've got to shut down the run, and we need to just establish that early on in the season, just to establish it now as opposed to later. We need to be very dominant on the defensive front. So
I think so, Clark. I agree with you. What you said with Bo Nix being elusive, you usually get Bo Nix maybe, of course, I think the first year it was the back half of the season, but the past 2 years has been about 2 or 3 games in. So you got a little bit of game time under your belt there, but always, no matter what level of football, Clark, the opening week on the defensive side of the ball, the tackling is sloppy. You just have that. The discipline is not there yet, and that can be dangerous with a guy like him, and especially then when you're breaking in new guys too. Right. So that's something I hope to see. Wells, open field tackling, being able to wrap up, and that I think keying in on the run, like you said, Clark. I think Dan Lanning's offensive philosophy is going to be to try to run first, much like Kirby, and establish a run game, dominate the line of scrimmage. I think it's going to kind of be a pro-style offense that is more just fast-paced, so to speak. And I think we're going to have some luck with it, and I think we're going to be good. But we're going to have to. I think we're going to have to counter some blows initially. Yeah. So
one thing I want to make mention too, as far as personnel goes, and I don't know too much about Oregon football, but what I've kind of studied up is they do have a pretty solid offensive line. In fact, Adam, they were the runner-up for the Joe Moore Award last year, right behind Michigan. So. They've got some talented guys on that line.
You know what? Clark, bring them, man. I'm with the thing about it. When you say it, Georgia's lost all these front 7 guys. Yeah, we have. But, hey, what better test do you want than somebody like this, another Joe Moore Award finalist coming in and just, hey, man, just hit them in the mouth.
Hey, you
started off, just hit them in the mouth. Just go up there and just pop them one good time. Pop Bo Nix. Let them know what's coming. And, look, that's how you set the tone, man, is you go and you pop somebody in the mouth.
I completely agree.
You pop somebody in the mouth, Clark, and you establish what kind of football you're going to be played and what kind of football that has been played at the University of Georgia since Kirby Smart's been there, and that is physical football. That is discipline. That is composure. That is physicality, and that is just whooping the man on the line of scrimmage and just letting them.
Let them know.
Boom, baby.
Well, you know exactly what happened last time when we went up against the actual Joe Moore Award winner in Michigan. So that did not turn out well for
for the Wolverines.
So hopefully, we can really get a lot of pressure on Bo Nix on that front seven.
That's right.
As far as running backs go, they lost C.J. Verdell to the draft, and I think they had a couple of guys transfer to other schools. So running back, I think, is a little bit of a question mark for them. We'll see. But Adam, the thing is, if Oregon wants to even have a chance in this ball game, if they want to win this game, what they do is they outrush Georgia. I really believe the winner of this game will have the most rushing.
No, absolutely. I just don't see Oregon
doing that.
Right. And I just don't, Clark. I do not think they're going to do that. I think they're going to be a solid team this year. But I agree with you, man. And I think that's something that Georgia's going to do early on the offensive side of the ball is try to establish a running game that we'll get to. But, yeah, I think they will. And I think that we're going to be keying in on the run. I think we're going to be keying in on the run. I think there is going to be some stuff to try to make some of our younger guys in the secondary look undisciplined with some play action stuff, maybe some reverse, flea flicker type stuff. We're going to try to get a cheap 7 points. And they might do it at the beginning of the game, and that's not going to be a cause for concern if they go up like 10-0 or so. Or I'm not going to be concerned, Clark. But I just don't see it. I really think this is going to be a strong game from the whistle blown to the final buzzer. So I don't know, man. It's going to be interesting to see. That's the thing about when you play a team who has a new identity, a new coaching staff is, you might know the Jimmys and the Joes out there, but you don't know the philosophy. You don't know where the team is right now. And at least you get to play them in Atlanta in your backyard, man. And they got to come all the way across the country into some different time zones. And I like it on national TV, but you just don't know what to expect.
Right.
With new pieces, new faces and everything in Eugene now. So.
Yeah.
All I know one thing is they're going to get beat, Clark. I'm just going to say they're going to get beat. You dang right they're going to get beat.
Well, hold your score prediction till the end, but I love it. I love it. Okay, Oregon's defense. They lost Kayvon Thibodeau. You referenced that earlier in the show. But Oregon's defensive front, Adam, will be pretty solid. I think this is going to be the matchup of the game is Oregon's front seven versus our offensive line. Yes. I think we've got to control these guys. They've got two guys, Adam, Noah Sewell and Justin Flo. Have you heard anything about those two?
Oh, absolutely, man. Two guys that are very talented, SEC capable linebackers, some of the best in the nation. That tandem is one of the best in the nation. They're going to be physical. It's going to be a good test, Clark. What our offensive line's about. Some new guys, get Tate Ratledge back. That left guard spot is going to be Xavier Truist. Is it going to be Devin Willock? I mean, we just, you don't know, or me. I mean, some of these guys, what are we going to see? What's going to gel right? And that's going to be the key to winning the game is how the offensive line handles that front seven. And especially getting to the second level where those middle linebackers are and being able to drive them back and open up either some room for and some space for Stetson to work and some time in the pocket or opening up some holes, which I would like to see early on and establishing a run game and then just wearing them down, man. Then when you get to that fourth quarter, you're just imposing your will. And that's what Kirby and this team has done. Whoever the offense coordinator is, whoever the offensive line coach is, for his tenure has been so good to get that fourth quarter, Clark. And they know we're running the football, but they can't do anything about it. They can't do anything about it. They just line up, and that's where I hope we could get to in this game. And that would be a great thing for week one if we're in there the fourth quarter and we're just imposing our will right there.
Well, let's talk about Georgia's offense, and I know we just kind of mentioned them. Adam, what are some keys to the game for you? What do we have to do on offense in order to put up a bunch of points? Because I think this offense is very capable of doing that, even against a pretty solid Oregon defense, especially under a mind like Dan Lanning. So what are some keys to the game for our offense?
I think our offense, Clark, you're going to have to establish a running game. To win this game and to win football that we have in the Kirby era has been running the football. And I think it's going to be a slight lean towards more running the ball this year, but it's going to be a very balanced attack. And you have guys that we've talked about the tight end room. Everybody's talked about the tight end room that are good blockers and also go out and catch the ball and make a play. But I feel like what's going to have to happen is you're going to have to give Stetson Bennett some time to get comfortable in the game. Maybe have some short routes, crossing routes and stuff, hit a couple completions, get in sync, and then start letting it loose. But I think you're going to see early on really trying to establish a run, maybe hit them with some deep plays and kind of kill some momentum on their part then, and then eventually just wear them out, man. Wear them out. When you have depth, Clark, on both sides of the football, that's how you win in the SEC. And That's how you're going to be a team like Oregon right now. And Georgia has that. They have the talent. They have the depth right now. So it's just go out there and impose your will. And I think that's what Kirby's game plan is and what it'll always be. But I'm excited to see when we do air it out a little bit. I'm excited to see you here. Stetson's got a little bit more zip on the ball. You talk about all these tight ends, these receivers coming back, man. I'm excited to see what the offense is going to look like. So, but it's definitely going to be run first. I mean, that's Georgia football, man. That's the Georgia brand. You're going to run the football, man. You're going to run over somebody.
Yes. And I've said this, I think, last episode, but Adam, I really, truly believe the offense does hinge on the performance of the offensive line this year.
Exactly.
And we need to be able to protect Stetson. Warren McClendon, I think he's going to do a great job, though. And really all of our guys on the line, I think they're going to start to gel. Maybe this first game, it might look a little shaky. We may give up a sack. I don't know.
Oh, yeah,
that's not unreasonable to think, but, they'll start to gel. And I think a lot like last year, they will improve each game.
Well, yeah. What I was going to say, Clark, is the key on both sides of the ball is be disciplined. Don't do anything stupid. Don't make stupid decisions. Turn over the ball on the offensive side. Holding penalties that'll just drive killers,
right.
Or drive extenders on the defensive side of the football. Be smart, be disciplined, and these leaders, hopefully that has already been established throughout fall camp. Keep these younger guys who are getting playing time for the first time. Keep them accountable, man. Keep that. There's going to be straight tunnel vision. I can only imagine what it'll be like starting your first game in Mercedes-Benz Stadium against a number 11 team in the nation in Oregon, man. I mean, the juice is going to be flowing, and your head might not be on straight. So it's important to keep guys accountable, be disciplined, and don't give up anything stupid. That will be how Oregon wins this football game. Is Georgia playing undisciplined football, Clark, and just shooting themselves in the foot. I mean, that is how Georgia's going to lose. When you look, if Georgia loses this football game, that will be the story of it.
Yeah.
So
and that's just not our brand.
And I know it's hard in the first game of the year to not have some penalties, but just trying to limit that, limit that, and play as less sloppy as you can. You'll be good to go.
Georgia's defense, Adam, I think our secondary should be pretty strong this year, and I'm excited to see who we trot out there, the guys that will play. I think we're going to get some young guys. I mean, that's obvious, but I'm talking even freshmen out there on the field and get some really important reps. I think Kirby said this the other day, or maybe today, actually. But he said some guys just need to make mistakes. And that makes a lot of sense because you learn so much more from your mistakes than you do if you're just always getting patted on the back over and over. And the best way to learn is to actually play the daggum football game.
That's right.
You can only do so much, I think, in practice. So these game reps for a lot of these young guys on the defense are going to be really, really important. Adam, we return some very valuable pieces on the front seven. Robert Bill, Jalen Carter, Nolan Smith. Adam, let me ask you this. Who's your kind of player of the game on the defense? Who do you expect to have the biggest impact on defense?
Well, it's got to be Jalen Carter, Clark. I mean, Jalen Carter is what's going to make this defense tick. It is going to be the difference in a very elite defense or a very good defense, in my opinion. I mean, and I think he especially, he arguably could have been the most talented defensive lineman on the field last year.
Right.
Definitely is this year. And there's a difference when he is not in the football game, man. So he's going to have to be a leader. He's a guy who could take over games, and a guy who I think for Georgia is the best defensive player in the country for Georgia's need, where they're at. Now, obviously, you could argue with Will Anderson, and it depends on whether you need a pass rusher or somebody inside like Jalen Carter, but we're set with pass rusher, so I wouldn't trade Jalen Carter for Will Anderson straight up.
Yeah.
I mean, some might, and I mean, that would be, if you wanted to do that, I couldn't argue with that because he's an absolute just generational talent too, but I really think it's Jalen Carter. I think he's going to be a guy that's going to be a top 3 NFL draft pick and a guy who is going to cause some havoc this year, man. That's the guy we have to stay healthy, Clark. That is the guy that I pray stays healthy and can play football for us the whole year.
Yeah. Got it. Once again.
What about you?
I really think, man, Nolan Smith, I think, needs to have the biggest year for his draft stock, but not only that, just for this team. I think he's a great leader, a very well-spoken guy.
Yes.
He's got the measurables. He's got the speed. I want to see him get to the quarterback even more this year. And he's done a good job of that in the past, but this is his standout, his breakout year. Nolan Smith, he's got to have a big year this year. So that's my guy on the defense.
And he's going to be the leader, Clark.
Yeah,
he's going to be one of the guys that's really going to get these young guys in shape and establish a standard of what kind of brand of football is going to be played on the defensive side of the ball, man. So I'm excited to see him on the field as a leader and his performance, like you said.
Right. All right, Adam, let's talk about a couple of advantages for Oregon.
Ooh, okay. A couple of advantages for Oregon,
I'm trying to play devil's advocate here a little bit. You know, one of the things going into this game, if I'm an Oregon fan, I'm feeling okay about this game.
So you're going to pretend to be an Oregon fan.
Yeah, I'm just
all right. So you're from Oregon.
Yeah. I live in
you're wearing
Portland.
your Patagonia.
Yeah.
You're wearing your Patagonia. I hear you.
Yeah.
You got some
Portland. I frequent Portland. You know?
Yes, I like it.
Sip hot tea or something.
I like it. Okay. All right.
No.
All right. Wearing your Chacos to the game. Yes. Okay. All right. Tell us about it.
Adam,
Why are you feeling then as an Oregon fan?
If I'm an Oregon fan, I'm not feeling great about this game. But a couple of, good things, I guess.
Yeah.
Dan Lanning has absolutely nothing to lose in this game. He just doesn't.
That's a good point. That's a dang good point.
Nobody's expecting them to come in here and beat Georgia.
Right.
So in my mind, if I'm Dan Lanning, well, I have a chip on my shoulder. Nobody's giving me a chance. I have a ton of respect for Dan Lanning, but it's not going to happen.
No.
You can pull out all the stops you want to against Georgia. It's not happening.
You're not beating your mentor at the first game you step out on the field, right?
Just ask Kirby how that went.
This isn't a Disney movie.
Yeah. Man.
Yeah.
But, Georgia right now is a perceived national powerhouse, title contender every single year. Oregon's expectations, at least for this year, are probably, just to be in the hunt for the Pac-12 championship. I think that's very reasonable.
Yeah.
They still have a very talented team, but for this game specifically, I just don't think this actually helps them. I'm trying my hardest to pull out some advantages for Oregon.
Yeah.
The other thing would be, Dan Lanning has a great understanding of Georgia's tendencies. He's recruited pretty much this entire defense. Right. He knows these guys on the defense, even the ones that are starting now. He knows the offense. He knows the special teams. I mean, he has had his hands in all of this stuff, and that certainly helps. It's whether or not he's communicated those things to his team. We're going to see, but those are the only two advantages that Oregon.
Well, yeah, and it's going to be interesting to see how bought into the culture they are.
Yeah.
And see where they're at in their development. They had a tragic offseason. Spencer Webb was his name, the tight end.
Yes.
Rest in peace. Hate that, man. A young man that had been through a lot to get where he was from what I've read, and a guy that looked like he had a bright future. So rallying around him, man, and I think they're very talented. Of course, they got the guys, but if we're playing devil's advocate, if Bo Nix just plays out of this world, Clark, and takes. That would be what I'm saying is what would have to. I feel like happen is him take over the game and our defense not be ready yet. From what we're saying, like these young guys and all these guys we're putting in, not ready yet, just being undisciplined, not tackling open field tackling well, just giving up some cheap plays, gimmick stuff. I think you got to keep stuff in front of you and letting stuff get behind us. That's how you could get beat in a hurry if they have some of those big plays, man. Yeah. But I just don't see it. I like this segment doing this, but I just don't see it this particular game against Oregon.
Okay, Adam, let's talk about the first play from scrimmage, Georgia's offense.
This is great.
What are we going to run?
We're going to run a halfback draw to Kenny McIntosh.
Oh,
up the A gap.
Okay. So you're thinking twins maybe or trips? What formation?
I think twins.
Okay.
No, trips.
Trips?
Okay. Yeah. And it might be a little bubble screen or tunnel screen to the outside play action. It might, but I'm still going halfback draw up the A gap, baby. Kenny McIntosh. That's what I'm going with.
Okay. What he picks up 6 yards? 5 yards?
I think
Does he break it?
I think they're going to be coming up the A gap. I think we get about 3 yards. It's going to be 2nd and 7.
All right, well,
we're feeling good. We're going to run some up tempo, and I think we hit about a 10-yard pass after that to get a first down.
Ooh, I like it.
All right, that's what I'm going with. What you think?
Adam, I'm going to go with something a little bit different. I'm going to go with a bootleg to Kearis Jackson.
Oh, I like that, Clark. Yeah. I really like that. I can see that too.
Maybe Stetson under center, single back. No, you're going to have a tight end in there on the line. I don't know. Yeah. Bootleg to Kearis. That's what I'm going to do.
All right. I like it, man. I like it.
We'll just hope that's protected well. That'd be kind of that'd be a gutsy play I feel like to run right out of the gate. But we'll see. Okay.
It'll be good.
Anything else you want to mention about this Oregon game? Let's keep the score prediction till the end. But.
Oh, yeah, definitely keep the score prediction to the end. But I'm just excited, man. I'm ready to see what this brand of Georgia football is going to be. We're turning the page, different chapter.
Yeah.
Go out and, man, like I've alluded to, Clark, we got a chip on our shoulder. That's what I'm excited about, is to see how pissed off this team is and what they're going to do when they come out, this rendition of the Georgia Bulldogs, what they're going to be like, man. I don't think there's going to be complacency. I think this is going to be a team that's got a chip on its shoulder, that's ready to go out there and write their own story, man. And I'm just excited to see. I think they're just going to come out and just completely jacked up, and it's going to be just a good time, man. The question marks surrounding Oregon. They're a talented team. It's going to be a good win on national stage, I hope. So, exciting for the fans. Always good to get back in the Mercedes-Benz Stadium and get a win there.
Yes.
So that, and hopefully be there 2 more times this year.
Right. Adam, I think you're right, and I was going to save this till the end, kind of, but I think this team is being very disrespected right now. Not by Georgia fans necessarily, but the national media. And let me just say this too. I think there are so many players and coaches who lie about this when they say that they don't listen to the media. Of course they do. They're on their phones. Yeah. They're on Instagram. They're watching. No, they're watching ESPN. They're watching, and then their families start talking about. Their friends start talking about. They hear this stuff. All right. Yeah. The right thing to say to the media when they're asked if they listen to this stuff is no, we don't listen. But of course they do.
Yes. There's outside noise.
Yes.
Everybody's going to hear the outside noise.
Right. But they take that personally, man. I mean, they really do. Right. And I think you're right, Adam. This team is going to play with a chip on their shoulder this year. You look at Lee Corso, you look at, oh my gosh, Desmond Howard, even Pollock, and some of these guys. They don't even have Georgia in the top 4 in the playoff. Yeah. And I could kind of see how that would work. I get what
they're saying. They think they're going to slip up, lose one in the regular season, then lose to Alabama, and then go to the Sugar Bowl. And that very well could happen. Yeah. Alabama could very well go 15-0, and Ohio State can run the table in the regular season. C.J. Stroud's a great player. Bryce Young's a great player. I mean, there's Dallas Turner and Will Anderson off the edge are great football players, man. But I just think, and I hope I'm not delusional in it, and I don't think I'm delusional in saying that, I just think this Georgia football team really, if things go right and guys grow up and guys step in like they're capable of doing, and all the right pieces come together, Clark, and this team gels, the way this schedule sets up, it could be another special year. Yeah. Or at least you're going to have yourself in the conversation at the end of the year and give yourself a chance at the end of the year. And when you get into December, when you get into January, man, anything can happen on the football field. Anything can happen on the football field. So, and you never know what injuries are going to happen, and we don't wish it on anybody, to any other teams, your team. You just don't know, man, and that's what's exciting. That's why we love this game so much, man. But I love the fact that Georgia's really being wrote off as somebody who is going to be, by a lot of people. Their time. Now, some people are in there. You got to give some of the national media their due. They're in there with some people, but that they've had their time. That was just the 1 year thing. You don't see them coming back this year, man. And I just don't agree with that. I mean, I have red and black glasses on. You can call it Homer, whatever it is, but me looking at it, I really think there's a shot for them to do it again. And I just can't shake it. Yeah. Can't shake it, Clark. Can't shake it that it's going to happen again, man.
Oh, man. All right, let's go back to last week and talk about what happened this past Saturday. Adam, one team that's going to be in that hunt for the national championship conversation, Adam.
Did we see somebody in week 0?
Yeah, already.
Who?
Vanderbilt.
Oh, man.
Let's talk about Vanderbilt at Hawaii.
Well,
Adam,
Clark,
first of all, hold up. Just saying, we both picked Hawaii.
Well, let me tell you, Clark. I think Clark Lee has heard all of our off-season chatter about him and his program. Yes, ours. And really, we lit a fuel underneath him, because we did disrespect Clark Lee and his Vanderbilt team. Did we not? I think we did. I think that's safe to say that there was some disrespect.
Word got around in Nashville.
Word got around, and he really got jacked up. And, of course, we picked Timmy Chang. Timmy Chang's got a big process. He has got to rebuild some stuff on the island, man. He's got to do some island hopping and bring some guys in, because they're just not there. The Jimmy and Joes aren't there, Clark. That looked like a defensive line. That defensive line, offensive line looked like high school players. The stadium looked like high school players. And if I would have known that, I wouldn't have picked them. But I got fired up in the moment of Timmy Chang, and Vanderbilt just beat somebody 63-10. The quarterback looked good.
A Division I football team.
I mean, Hawaii is a bottom 5 Division I team now that we know. Yeah. But still, Vanderbilt might not even score that many points the rest of the year. But I don't know, man. Yeah. I don't know. It's going to be fun to see. I'm excited to see. Well, what do they do against the Missouri? Are they going to go pop somebody, Clark, that you didn't think that they were going to pop? They're going to win an SEC game. Georgia. Is Clark Lee going to come in here and win an SEC game this year?
Oh, man.
Oh.
I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, good. Seriously, good for them though, man. Yeah. They went out there and they smoked them, 63 points. I never thought I'd see Vanderbilt win a game 63-10.
Yeah,
on the road.
Adam, let me say this too. I forgot to mention this right before we started this segment, but this was a practice round. All right.
Yeah.
This one didn't count.
Yes, no, it didn't count.
No.
We're not counting this one.
No,
they're not counting. We had to knock off the rust a little bit
because not only did we get that game wrong, we got Nebraska versus Northwestern. That game out in Ireland. We both picked Nebraska. Nebraska ended up losing to Northwestern 31-28.
Never picking a Scott Frost team.
No.
I mean, pitiful. He's doing. They should have left him in Dublin. Did you see the onside kick, Clark?
Yes. What? You're up 11 points.
All the momentum in the world. Your defense is playing good with their hair on fire. And you go out there and you try an onside kick.
And even if...
And you kick it to the running back, like one of their star players. I mean, it's not like it was some linebacker out there, that has a neck roll that probably can't look up. I mean, kick it to the running back straight to him. I mean, just stupid.
The risk right there outweighs the reward. Because even if you get it, I mean, and you go down and score, you're up 18. But good gosh, I mean, you got all the momentum. It's a 2-score game up to this point.
It's such a stupid play call, football, man. He must have had too much Guinness over there in Dublin before he came out on the field.
He hit a pup.
He had something was just not. Something just wasn't good about that call, man. You're up 11 points. You're rolling. Your legacy as Nebraska's favorite son is on the line. And what do? You go out there and you freaking hit it onside kick and you lose in Ireland to Northwestern. Man. I was thinking that has to be a long plane ride back home. No, you're going to get fired and just lost to Northwestern. Nobody is better than Scott Frost at losing a one-possession football.
Yeah. Oh, man. Caitlin. She told me the other day when we started watching this game, and I was very impressed. She sat there and watched it with me. And one of the comments she made pregame about Scott Frost.
That's progress in a marriage when you get your wife to come sit down and ask intriguing questions about football. That's when you know that there's a bond.
Yes.
That there is a bond, an unbreakable bond right there, man. I love
We're
that.
We're getting looks from our wives right now. But basically, she sat there and she looked at Scott Frost and she said, this man, he looks constipated. I was like, that is a heck of a comment right there.
Yeah.
Well, but I mean, kind of does.
Yeah.
So anyway, we got that one.
Hey,
wrong.
It just shows, man, the flavor of the week don't pan out. Do you remember back in 2017 when the Central Florida Knights won the national championship? Quote unquote.
Yeah.
But everybody was Scott Frost is. Scott Frost that. So they get him. Tom Herman back in the day. People wanted him over Kirby. Mm-hmm. I mean, you just never know these flash in the pan coaches that you get and they just flame out. So man, that's the beauty of college football though.
True.
Anyway.
And one that you got right, Adam, I don't know why I picked Wyoming to win this game. Wyoming at Illinois, final score on that was 38-6. Adam, you picked Illinois, I picked Wyoming.
It's like I said, Clark, you don't bet against Brett Bielema in week 0.
Yeah.
He is now undefeated in week 0 football games. That's the Illinois coach 2-0.
That's true.
So, hey, just routed them. 38-6, man. They came down to Champaign, and those Cowboys, they left. They left with a straight tail whooping from the Fighting Illini, baby. Yeah. So, hey, we're going to see what Illinois does this year over there in the Big Ten. Probably won't do much, but that's a bright spot. That's a bright spot. That's good for them.
That certainly helps
get on Brett Bielema.
What bowl game, Adam, right now, just gut or knee-jerk reaction, what bowl game do you think Illinois ends up in?
I don't think they make a bowl game.
Ooh.
I think they go 5-7.
Dang.
That might get you in a bowl game in today's world. I can't remember. It might, but yeah. So that's what I'm going with.
Okay. All right.
5-7.
Gator Bowl or something. Maybe. Who cares? All right. That brings us to this week's pick 'em. Man, this is so exciting because we got some great games, Adam, right here.
Yes, it is.
We're going to start the first one off.
Awesome
number
slate.
23, Cincinnati at number 19, Arkansas. Right now, Arkansas is a 6-point favorite. 3:30 ESPN in Fayetteville. Adam, who do you like?
I love this football game. I love the fact Arkansas is playing somebody like Cincinnati, the first group of 5 team to make a playoff run last year. Desmond Ritter, who's looked pretty good in the preseason for the Atlanta Falcons, is not going to be the quarterback for the Cincinnati Bearcats coming into Fayetteville, man. I think what the Cincinnati's lost, Luke Fickell's a great coach, but I think they're going into a hornet's nest in Fayetteville. You think about what the Arkansas people are going to be jacked up about this football game. The promise and the belief that they have in Arkansas this whole summer, the talks in the cafe, the talks just everywhere of what they expect for their Razorbacks to do after just going through a drought, just a tough time with Chad Morris, the Brett Bielema years. They've been wanting something so good, and they have their favorite son, Sam Pittman, a guy who just embodies what it is like to be part of those Ozark Mountains over there in Arkansas, man. Yeah. And I think just the stadium's going to be just raucous environment, and I don't think Cincinnati breaking in a new quarterback.
Is raucous a word, Adam? Because if it's not, we just made it up.
Yeah, raucous environment.
Is that like rowdy? And,
something. It just sounded good. It sounded good. Ruckus environment. And I think Arkansas is going to win the football game.
Okay.
Breaking in a new quarterback, Cincinnati, tough SEC environment, man. Give me the Razorbacks. 27-17.
Oh, okay.
Bam.
10-point victory. I like that. Yep. That's a good pick. The matchup, I think, in this game will be Arkansas's defense front. I don't know if they lost too much last year on their front. They had a phenomenal. Yeah. I think. Could be wrong about that. Pretty sure they still have a lot of guys on that front. And Cincinnati's O-line, apparently they're really good too. Hard-fought battle at them, but I think Arkansas and KJ Jefferson are too much for the fighting Luke Fickles.
Oh, yeah.
So
Cinderella story is over.
Yes.
The slipper has been removed.
Exactly. Give me Arkansas by 4. This team is believing.
4. You got the 4. Okay.
Yeah, like 24-20.
All right.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah,
So
I like it.
Man, I tell you, it'd be fun to go to just a game like that. You know, if Georgia weren't playing, just to travel to Arkansas.
This is a fan.
I'd wear some red. Support the SEC. Okay.
What do we got next on the slate?
Next game, number 7, Utah is favored by 3 points against Florida at the Swamp. Man. 7 o'clock ESPN.
I like it, man.
It's going to be a good one to come home and watch.
Pray. And I think we should all pray that the Utah Utes go into Gainesville and beat Florida. And they will. They will. Utah, Clark, is a very good football team. A team who really could be in the playoffs. Yeah, now, I know we didn't pick them in our playoffs, but they really can be. I think a team that can come out on top in the Pac-12 with 1 or 0 losses, and a team who looked their last outing in the Rose Bowl against Ohio State, very good.
Yeah.
Cam Rising is a great football player. Going to Florida will be tough, but I think they have so many guys coming back, so much experience coming back, and I want to see Anthony Richardson prove himself. Yeah. Well, has Anthony Richardson done anything to prove himself to you, Clark, besides a good game against South Florida? No, he hadn't, man. I want to see what Billy Napier ain't beating the Utah Utes. He's not beating Kyle Whittingham, who has been at the Utah Utes since 2005. No, that's not happening. Billy Napier in his first game, it's not happening. Give me the Utah Utes, 34-13.
Man, that's a beatdown, Adam. Good gracious, that's 21 points.
Dang right.
Adam,
dang right.
Listen,
I love it.
I can't. This is hard to do as a Georgia football fan. It's really hard to pick the Florida Gators.
Clark, you're gonna pick him against Kyle Whittingham?
Listen, if Anthony Richardson is who they say he is,
what's he done? He's already had a season underneath his belt.
Kind of a half season.
It's like the hype machine for Anthony Richardson was there when he stepped on campus, and he's yet to do anything. I think to provoke it, to prove.
Well, I don't know. We'll see.
We'll see, man.
Adam, I think
is Billy Napier the quarterback whisperer like the last guy that was there? What are we gonna have here? We'll see.
Yeah, I think they have Florida has an improved front seven. I know there's a lot of hype between, with Cameron Rising and Tavion Thomas, but I tell you, Adam. Listen to this stat. This is why I'm going with the Gators, and I hate doing this.
Oh, you got facts.
Yes. All Florida owns the longest active season-opening home win streak. That's a mouthful. In FBS, 32 games since 1990.
I would love to see who the opponents were.
It probably nobody's, but
Florida A&M.
Adam, I'm going with the Gators by 3, and I hate to do that.
That's respectable. I can definitely see
in
them
the swamp,
but. I'm going with the Utes, baby.
I'm pulling for the Utes, but I'll pick the Gators.
Fair enough. All right, that's good.
The swamp donkeys.
That's good.
Okay, next game. This one, game day, I'm assuming.
Yes,
Surely, goodness.
It is.
Number 5, Notre Dame at number 2, Ohio State. Adam, Ohio State. This game is 7:30 ABC, not ESPN. 7:30 ABC. Ohio State is a 17.5-point favorite. Golly. Who do you like in this matchup?
I think they covered.
Really?
Clark, I'm telling you, man, that place will be electric. I don't think Marcus Freeman will be ready for that yet. Going back to Ohio State, and I don't see Notre Dame being ready enough for that yet. I think they could lose like 37-14. Something like that.
Yeah,
I think that it's just going to be Ohio State. Maybe they start off for the first quarter. It's a competitive football game, and Notre Dame gets one here and there. But second half, C.J. Stroud and those receivers at Ohio State, Ryan Day's offense takes over. It's too much for Marcus Freeman to handle. It will be an absolute rout. Mark my word.
All right. I'm gonna say this. I do think this game will be a little bit closer than.
Do you think?
I think it's going to be a little bit closer than people think. Give me Ohio State. I think you're right.
Yeah.
I think C.J. Stroud and everybody, C.J. Stroud and company. I like when people say that. C.J. Stroud and company.
Yeah, that's right.
Are going to outlast Notre Dame and the Fighting Irish. I don't know much about Notre Dame. I don't know exactly why I'm picking. I'm picking them to only lose by 9, but that's what I'm going with.
9.
Give me Ohio State
3 field
by
goals.
9. Yeah.
Okay.
Or a touchdown and a 2-point
or 2-point conversion.
Yes.
Yeah, 1 2.
That would
okay. All right. Clark. I don't know, man. Now I'll say this after saying what I just said. If I was putting money on it and I was gambling, I wouldn't touch 17.5 with a no.
Good thing we don't gamble.
No, I would not pick Ohio
Well,
State.
Adam, here's the question.
I'm not that confident to put money on them, but I think they're going to rout them.
Yeah.
But God, 17.5.
Here's the question, Adam.
Man.
Are you going to pick them in the Yahoo college football pick them that Rose 60
Oh,
doing?
that's Clark, man. I don't know. That's going to be a game time decision.
Okay. Yeah, you just got to get a feeling.
I got to get a feeling.
All right. I like it. I respect that.
Yeah.
Here's another great matchup: Florida State versus LSU. This game will be played in Caesars Superdome in New Orleans. That's hard.
The Louisiana Superdome, man.
Yeah,
This sponsorship stuff, I hate that stuff, man. It's tradition. It's Louisiana Superdome. Anyway, proceed.
Yeah. LSU is favored by 3. This game will be played on Sunday.
Yes.
Sunday.
I love the Sunday night. I wish it was like this every week.
Yeah.
Like, forget the NFL. Sorry, Rich Beck. Forget about it. So anyway,
hey, Rich called in the other day, and he wanted us to do an NFL segment. By the way.
Yeah,
I know we're kind of going off.
We'll have to do. We'll
get that.
We'll get to that. But Clark, Florida State won their first season opener for the first time since 2016.
Oh,
against Duquesne.
Are you serious?
Against Duquesne. Yeah.
Is that how you say that? Duquesne.
Duquesne, I believe.
I've always said
I think I need to get Duquesne. I think I like Duquesne better than Duquesne, but I think it is Duquesne. Okay. So
very impressive.
They won 40 points, man. Ran the football well, so everybody in Tallahassee's getting a little ramped up, Clark. Will it be enough to beat the Bayou Bengals, who has not played a football game yet? Brian Kelly's first game. Said today he knows who the starter is going to be, but is not going to reveal it between Jaden Daniels, the transfer from Arizona State, or is it Garrett Nussmeier? Doug Nussmeier, the old Alabama offensive coordinator, a highly respected offensive guy. I think kind of been around some teams. His son is a sophomore, right. Nussmeier kid. I don't know which one it's going to be, but Brian Kelly says it's going to be a tactical advantage.
Oh, okay. Well,
if he does not reveal his starting quarterback. So therefore, we're not going to know until Sunday night who's going to be under center for LSU.
Okay.
But LSU wins that football game by 14 points.
All right. Yeah, I'm right there with you.
35-21.
Okay. Yeah. I think Brian Kelly will start off his career in Louisiana with a 13-point victory. Nice. Nola's going to be rocking.
Oh, yeah.
That'd be a great game to just be a fan
at. That would be.
And then last but certainly not least, number 4 Clemson travels to Atlanta to play Georgia Tech in the Mercedes-Benz Stadium.
Getting the leftovers from after we got done with it Saturday.
Yes. This game is on Monday, 8 o'clock ESPN, Labor Day night. Going to be a great game. Once again, this is just college football. We hate both of these teams with a burning passion.
It's an asteroid game, meteor game.
Oh, yeah. I was about to say an asteroid game. That's different than a meteor.
Meteor game.
Okay.
Meteor game. So we just hope a giant meteor crashes in the Mercedes-Benz Stadium because we don't have to see one of them win.
Right. Right. Nobody gets injured, but we just want the game to not happen. Yeah. Adam, who do you like in this?
It's going to be bad. Clemson Dabo is going to come out and just make Jeff Collins a sacrificial lamb. I mean, just string him up and embarrass the man on national TV because Dabo is going to be fired up that Clemson is going to be back. He is going to, like I said, really embarrass Georgia Tech. I don't know. It could be something to the tune of like 56-7.
That would be so funny. But then again, it's like, well, you don't want Clemson feeling that good about it.
But Clemson didn't show us they could put up 56 points against Georgia Tech last year. I mean, they about got beat by them in Death Valley.
True, yeah.
But I don't know, but I just think it'll be a different tale. Maybe it might be like 44-7, but beat down on national television.
Beat down. Okay. I like it.
Dabo try to get the old glory back. So we'll see. Breaking in new coordinators, Clark, on both sides of the football. It's going to be interesting to see what the Clemson team looks like, what DJ Uyunglele, what he looks like, and see if they're up for another ACC title run and possible playoff destination. So,
as if the start of the end for Geoff has not already occurred, it will occur in Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Yes. Yeah, it's going to be a beatdown, Adam. I'm taking the Tigers and the points. Give me like a score of, I don't know, 42 to, I think, well, no, 6. 42
they might
to 6.
Shut them out.
They could. They might
shut them out.
They've got the defense to do it.
We'll see.
We'll see. Sure enough. Okay. Oh, man, are you ready for this one,
This
Adam?
is what we've been waiting for. All these other games don't matter. This is it.
Yes.
So give us, Clark, where in the country are we going to this week?
We are going to, oh, man, you put me on the spot here. Ohio, Adam, for the game of the week. All right, you ready for this?
All right, give it to us.
We got the Hillsdale Chargers at Lake Erie College Storm.
Oh, so Lake Erie is not in Michigan. It is in Michigan, right?
No. It's in Ohio. Actually.
Oh, okay.
I think Ohio may touch Lake Erie, perhaps.
Maybe. I don't know. Anybody who has facts on that? I don't have a map in front of me. I don't know. But anyway.
I've got some facts, Adam.
That's good.
Here we go.
That's good.
You ready?
Give it to us.
All right. First of all, this game is going to be played Saturday, 3 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, in case you want to watch.
Okay.
Actually, I don't think it's even televised, so you may have to attend this one.
Yeah, I like it.
You may have to go up there to see this one. Here we go. What's that?
Confirmation that they touch.
They touch. Lake Erie.
All right. That's good to know. A geography lesson for the day. Good deal.
All right, Hillsdale, the Chargers. Okay, they're a private conservative school located in Michigan, founded in 1844 by abolitionists known as Free Will Baptists. Don't ask me what Free Will Baptists.
I don't know what it is. But it's a Baptist that likes his free will.
Exactly.
Likes to do what it wants to do.
Yes. Hillsdale, Adam. They are 1985 national champions in NAIA, but is split with Central Arkansas after a 10-10 tie.
Why did they not play overtime for that? Or at least do something?
Flip a coin.
Flip a quarter or something.
Yeah.
Nobody that's like kissing your sister, man.
What?
If you never, a tie is like kissing your sister.
I think I've heard of that.
How can you have played a competitive sport and never heard that tying is like kissing your sister?
I never tied anybody in a competitive sport.
Right,
yeah, so like what they do, they just walked off the field afterwards.
That's ridiculous, man.
That's crazy.
I would just claim it and wouldn't even acknowledge the split when I hang the rafter up and hang the banner up in the rafters at the gym.
Yes.
At the gym. So.
Oh my gosh. Adam, Hillsdale, the Chargers, back in the Civil War, Adam, they did have a lot of students join the Union Army. That's very respectable. I don't think. I think actually a lot of them didn't make it home, so that is sad.
Tough time.
And then one more fun fact about Hillsdale: Ronald Reagan spoke at their college, and I don't know what this exactly means, but in 1977 he said Hillsdale deserves the appreciation of all who labor for freedom.
I think that the late great President Reagan was talking about how I would interpret that would be that he was talking about how everybody who likes freedom, who loves America, should appreciate what Hillsdale brings to the table.
I see. I like it.
That's what we're going to go with.
Okay, so that's enough about Hillsdale. Let's talk about Lake Erie. The small school in Ohio started as a female seminary, Adam, and then they converted to a co-educational institution in 1985. Now, I'm using all these big words. I've literally just copied and pasted from Wikipedia. Such a reliable source. Lake Erie's name, this is great, used to be the Unicorns.
Really?
Yes, the Unicorns. The Storm was chosen to replace the Unicorns when they added men's collegiate sports in 1988.
I would understand
the men
that
felt like they should be called the Unicorns.
Yeah.
But that would be kind of cool to see a unicorn on a college football helmet.
Yeah, I couldn't imagine what that would be like. That would be interesting.
Man. They now have Stormy, a cyclonic costume mascot. I don't know if that's how you say it.
Do we got any pictures of that?
Well, let me pull up a picture right quick of Stormy. And for you, all you people out there listening, I'm going to post this on YouTube, a picture of Stormy. There he is. Oh, wow.
Is that him?
Oh, my gosh. Yes, that is him. That's Stormy.
That looks like a cup of Baskin-Robbins ice cream. I don't know. That does not look like a is that a funnel?
It's supposed to be a cyclone.
A cyclone.
There's a better picture right there. It's kind of scary looking.
Trying to just, I don't really know what you would. Okay, but I like it. I like it.
Okay.
I like the nose. I like the nose. You know,
He does have a gigantic nose. Oh my gosh!
I mean, he looks like a white and black beehive, is what he looks like. but anyway, I mean, I like that. Okay, that's good. That's good. That's good stuff to know. That's good stuff to know.
Okay, and the last fun fact about Lake Erie, their young program started in 2008. Adam. The history of this, and I had to do a lot of deep digging to find this because unfortunately you can't. Unfortunately, with D2 schools, it is. I mean, you got to really do your research.
You got to be committed. It's good. I'm glad we got you.
Hillsdale is 8-1 in this series against Lake Erie. But listen to this, Adam. Lake Erie got their first win last year, 33-14. Okay,
shellacking.
Yeah. Adam, who do you like?
Man, I'm going with Lake Erie with the cyclone, with the cyclonic mascot, with the Storm. I like the Storm.
Yeah.
And I like the momentum that they got last year. I really feel like that's something that you could build upon.
Sure.
Assuming the coaching staff is back, a lot of the leadership that was there last year's back, and they want to establish a culture of we're not going to lose any more football games to Hillside. We're going to start a winning tradition here, and to get that, you have to start reeling off a couple in a row. Yes. You know, you can't, and I really think they're going to play the narrative of it wasn't a fluke. This wasn't a fluke win last year. We're going to go in there, and we're going to. Where'd you say the game is again?
It's in Lake Erie.
Oh yeah, home. There's no doubt. There's no doubt that they're going to go shellac them.
Wow,
shellac them.
Wow, you're talking
smoke them.
Okay,
Lake Erie, 31-3.
Good gosh,
Adam, I feel good about them.
Adam, I feel good about them. Listen,
program trajectories skyrocketing.
Wow, I'm going with Hillsdale, Adam. Okay. And I don't know exactly why I'm going with them, but I feel like they've got a better program.
History tells you you'd be right.
Yeah, so I'm going to go with history. Give me a 31-17 victory for the Hillsdale Chargers.
Nice.
Oh man, that was fun.
That was a good time. I enjoyed that segment. I was so glad to get back to that. It's been a long time since we did that. So
we got some great ones coming up. I've already done some research on that.
Yes.
All right, now let's get serious, Adam. We got number 3 Georgia. 17-point favorites against Dan Lanning's number 11 Oregon football team this Saturday, 3:30 kickoff, ABC.
Boom. Love it.
Adam, let's do this right quick. Over under 53. Over or under 53? What are you taking?
I'm trying to do math in my head real quick. Under. Barely under.
Okay.
I'm going 51. 51
all right, me
scored.
Too. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, me too. We might have different scores. But okay.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's what I'm going with.
All right. Adam, give me your score prediction.
I'm going Clark. Georgia wins this football game 34-17.
Oh, good.
34-17 has been a score that's stuck in my mind for the past couple months, man. I feel like Oregon's going to get a couple cheap ones on us.
Okay.
And then have a field goal, maybe get 10 points. It'll be a closer game.
Sure.
Within a possession going into halftime, and then they get another one in the second half, and then Georgia rallies off a couple touchdowns, pull away. 34-14.
Wow.
Is what I'm going with.
You like it?
I like it. That's what I think.
Okay. Adam, I'm going to go with Georgia 38, Oregon 13. I don't think they get above 14 points in this football game.
Nice.
Which brings me at 51 points, so it would be under. Adam, it's just time to exercise some demons in Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Nobody's giving this Georgia team a chance. And, we got to make a statement. This is a statement game. Adam, Wrap it up.
Clark, it's time for talking season to end.
Yes.
It is time. We have sat here. We have celebrated as much as we can a national championship. But you know what would be sweet, Clark, is another one. This year is going to give the chance for Kirby to really just leap up in the history of head coaches right now, Clark. If he goes out and gets another one, what could happen this year? If you meet Dabo, you could just smoke Dabo. You could beat him, get another national title, leapfrog him, and the greatest of all time. People might already argue that he is. I think he is. But when you get to talking about numbers, not there. Yeah, that could happen. You could just absolutely decimate Saban. You talk about the kill shot is go beat them again in Atlanta, Clark, especially this year with how hyped they are. And it all starts Saturday. So this is the mindset that I was wondering what we would have coming off of a national championship. Think we were already at the pinnacle, the high. But Clark is right back at it, man. I want more, man. Yeah. I want more. I'm holding my bowl out, wanting more. Just give me another spoonful of it, Clark. Give me some more of it, man. That is what I'm going to be thinking about this year, is getting back to that, man. That is the standard at Georgia now, is championship football that we have been blessed to see, and it starts Saturday, 3:30, national televised kickoff again. Kirby Smart, the Georgia Bulldogs, are going to put the world on notice that Georgia will be back. Georgia will be stronger than ever. I cannot wait to get back with thousands of my closest friends in red and black. Yes. It's time to defend the title, baby. All is right with the world again. You have made it through. Enjoy it, baby. It's time for another year of Georgia football, another year of Row 60 with y'all. Let's go. Go Dogs,
Go
baby.
Dogs.
Ooh, 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 ooh.
And Callie Ann slept through that all. That is amazing.